Hey everybody, welcome to the superhero scene. My name is Joe. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. If you want to join our superhero team, click subscribe, hit the notification bell to all. Thank you all so much, and let's get started. I want to do a video on this rumor that we're hearing about Robin and Joker, how Joker's going to be more darker, how he brutally murdered Robin and set Wayne Manor ablaze. Very interesting thought that was going around as it's been circling around the internet. And, take it with a grain of salt. It's nothing official, but it's the way it was written in that thing that came out. It sounded like someone that was written from someone in the know. So let me read it and then we'll talk about it. It says, bit of detail in Robin's Gauntlet. He was brutally murdered and set ablaze by the Joker. The story had to be told in the salvaged costume on display inside the Batcave. Aging and distressing needs to tell these unscripted tales that support the main framework of the film. Then they talked about how the Robin costume came about, how they created it, how it took days, and how they had so much fun working on it and putting it together. Another thing I read up on, it says, makes total sense for the Joker to have utilized his knowledge of Batman's secret identity to infiltrate the Batcave and brutally beat him to death and murder Robin before setting Wayne Manor ablaze. Leto will be much darker of the Joker in this take, and portrayed as much more of a dangerous threat this time around. How is he going to be used in this movie? Because when I first thought about this, I thought he was going to be in the last cutscene, kind of with what they were showing with Deathstroke taking on Batman to set up the HBO Max's Batman, or at the time they were trying to set up a movie with Ben Affleck's Batman, so could that have been what was happening? But now there's rumors coming out that Jared Leto's Joker may be in all four versions of the series that they're showing in the Snyder cut. So he's going to be in it more than we actually thought he might be. So this is very interesting how they're going to use him. A fan also asked Zack Snyder at a Comic-Con years ago. They said, did you have plans to dive deeper into the background of Dick Grayson's death in your future movies, maybe Justice League? And Zack Snyder answered a hint. Another fan asked him, is there going to be more nightmare sequences in this? And he said yes. So putting that together, I'm thinking that maybe it's going to be nightmare sequences of this that are going to be in Justice League. As we all know that, Zack Snyder has said that his story arc of Justice League 1, 2, and 3 was supposed to set up Batman's death in the final movie. So I don't know if they're going to revisit that, if they're changing it up. I don't know what they're planning on with the whole HBO Max Batman series. It's on, it's off, it's rumored, it's not true. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. But if they're trying to develop that, I don't think they're going to do that now and do the whole Batman death. Because they said that he was supposed to be so burdened with Superman's death. And now they could also take the spin on it since they're doing new filming. They could add Robin's death in that as well. And him be like mentally going crazy for dealing with the burden of Superman and Robin's death and being on missions where he's just going to do whatever he can to not care about his own life and stuff like that. So, and that's what was eventually going to set up how he passes in one of the future Justice Leagues where I think Darkseid kills him. So, I don't know if they're still going to take that avenue. I don't know if it's totally changed based on what's going on with HBO Max, how they're trying to pump out different things in different series. So, it's interesting how they're going to incorporate all this, but this whole thing with the Joker and Robin, sounds very interesting. Where is Batman in this whole thing? Is he distracted away from this, and this is just all going on by itself? Is Robin taking on Joker and the henchmen and everything? This sounds very interesting. It really does. It sounds like Zack Snyder will have fun creating this whole thing, if it is true. And because we've seen it on the suit itself. We've seen how beaten down it was. It wasn't vibrant red like Robin in movies and comics of past. It was more maroonish, more like brown. So I always wondered, because Zack Snyder does take different color tones with stuff. I thought that was just his take on Robin. But now that we know that suit was burnt, that's what's causing that color to be more brown. That's interesting. And we saw bullet holes in the costume too when Ben Affleck was looking at it. So that fight scene is going to be very cool to see what Zack Snyder does with it. I know he's going to have fun with it. He likes to create slow-mo shots and everything, so I could just imagine how cool he's going to make this. Then we've seen Bruce Wayne walking away from Wayne Manor. We saw how disheveled it looked, how broken down it looked. It just looked like it was there for hundreds of years and not like recent. So it makes total sense when you put these two things together, how the costume looks in BVS and how Wayne Manor looks, that yes, this does sound like there's some validity behind it. It does sound like that suit was burnt after Robin did kill him, and it's been said for a while now that Zack Snyder did reveal that, and how he sent Wayne Manor ablaze, and that's kind of what you see it now when you can envision that part in the movie, the way Ben Affleck looked when he's walking away from Wayne Manor. Like, it was so glorious at one point. Now it's just like rubble. So I'm highly digging this. I really am. When I first read about this, I'm like, maybe it's just a rumor, but it makes a lot of sense when you put all this together. And can it be flashbacks that Ben Affleck is going through now with everything, with Superman's death, with Robin's death? Is that how they're going to incorporate the Joker in this? I'm very curious to see Zack Snyder's take on this. I love the way he does villains. He really, when he knows that he can play with them and make them like vicious, he will do it. So I'm curious to see how they're going to make Jared Leto's Joker in this. I love Jared Leto as an actor. I've done a previous video on him. I think he's really going to nail this, especially that him and Zack love to work together. So I'm digging this. And they also said that they talked about the makeup time with this version of Joker. They said that Jared Leto's Joker took 3 hours of costume application, whereas Jared Leto's took Heath Ledger's took 1 hour, and Joaquin Phoenix took 20 minutes. So imagine sitting in the chair for 3 hours putting on that makeup, and probably 80% of that material was not used when it was a better version of what you did compared to what it was in the theatrical version. I myself would have been pissed if that was the case, but this is very interesting. I can't wait to see this. I want to see how Jared Leto is going to be in this and how he's going to play this darker, grimmer, more maniacal version of Joker, and how this scene is going to come out where he brutally murders Robin, sets him ablaze, and burns down Wayne Manor. Very interested. So comment below if you've seen this, what you think about it. Comment below and let me know. And as always, thank you all for your time watching this. I really appreciate it. Smash that like button. And if you haven't done so, subscribe to the superhero scene. Join our superhero team. Thank you all so much. Have a great night. Have a great day. Take it easy.